My top 10 most insane moments of 2024. By far the craziest year of my life, and it's not even close, so there's some good stuff on this list. Number 10, the Sidemen reacting to our videos, and Vic started thinking my marshmallow catches are edited.
Oh, these eggs.
Look at the path. It's edited. It's edited.
This guy's about to fight you, you know? I think it's real.
Edited. It's not.
The fact that he would even question the best mouth on the internet is absolutely ridiculous. And if he ever wants to fly me out, I'll show him what's up in person. Number 9, going to the Power Slap and sitting in a suite for the UFC fights. Super fun experience for me and my friends, and we also got to meet a bunch of celebrities and influencers that also have watched our videos, which is pretty crazy. Number 8, marshmallow trick shots with the New York Mets. They let us enter the stadium early to do a bunch of silly trick shots in a professional sports stadium, which is absolutely crazy. Then we got to sit in the second row right behind Chris DiStefano. Crazy. Number 7, going to a World Series game. Went to a bunch of different Yankees games this year with my dad, with Jake, and with my Aunt Sharon. And we were there for some crazy moments, including Aaron Judge's grand slam against the Red Sox, which was crazy, as well as the only good World Series game where the Yankees actually won. And I should have caught another batting practice ball barehanded, but this Dodgers fan broke up the pass. Good defense, honestly. I should have caught it with my mouth. Then he complained I was getting too aggressive. That ball's in the air, buddy. It's every man for themselves. He doesn't even know. He just ruined my work day. Anyway, though, great experience with my friends and family. Great game. And we also crushed a glorious duck. Number 6, making videos with ESPN and them inviting us to go to the Bahamas for the ultimate fantasy football draft weekend. A couple of years ago, I would get ecstatic if ESPN ever reposted one of my videos. So the fact that we were just working with ESPN and making videos and collabing with them was absolutely amazing. Really fun trip. We got to meet a bunch of cool people. Shout out Field Yates, Julio Jones, Todd Gurley, my boy Jared, and the Baja Boys. Boom! Number 5, Italy's Got Talent. So after America's Got Talent, we got invited on Tusse Que Valles. So me, Jake, Max, Cole, and my girlfriend Lauren all packed our bags and we're off to Rome. Crazy experience. So it was a 9-hour flight, almost no sleep at all. By the time we got there, it was 7 a.m. their time, so we just had to go back-to-back days pretty much. Instead of driving us to the hotel, they drove us straight to the studio where we practiced our routine and then did our routine. Also, the whole show's in Italian, so they're translating everything into my ear and then translating everything I say back into Italian for the whole studio. So there's a lot of awkward silences, a lot of confusion about what's going on. One time I just yelled, "The gullet with the mullet," which I have no idea how that translates in Italian, but I doubt it's correct. Maybe it's the throat with the hair. I have no idea. Definitely not our most smooth performance ever, but everyone seemed pretty entertained by it. And then we got to just hang out for a week and have a free trip in Italy, which was absolutely amazing. Number 4, our first halftime shows. Absolutely amazing weekend hanging out in Texas. We got to do halftime shows, catching marshmallows for the men's and women's basketball games. And then we got to go to the football game where they absolutely crushed Florida. Overall, just an incredible experience the entire weekend. The fact that over 10,000 people sat there and watched my buddies launch marshmallows into my glorious gullet is absolutely hilarious and almost seems fake. Whether I caught the marshmallow, whether I dropped the marshmallow, I really do feel like the crowd was really entertained by it though. It is super fun for me and my friends to entertain and connect with that many people at once. So hopefully, we can do more halftime shows, maybe kids' birthday parties, the circus, or maybe someday go on tour on our own. So if you're a school or professional sports team, hit us up. Imagine on Dodgeball Live. Number 3, collabing with the Blue Man Group. They've been around so long and entertaining people for so long that it was pretty awesome to get invited to a free show, as well as to make videos with them. I knew who they were and I really liked their videos, but I actually didn't know that they've been catching marshmallows and other stuff in their mouth, just like me, for so long. They're kind of weird and creative and unique, just like me, so it was a perfect match. Plus, this clip alone is hilarious. Maybe one day they'll bring us out for a show or let us paint up for real. Number 2, the Joe Rogan experience. Getting a shout out on the biggest podcast in the world was absolutely ridiculous. So this is what happened. I saw a couple comments on my video saying, "You just got shout out on the Joe Rogan podcast." And I went, "What?" I was like, maybe they might have mentioned something that's a kind of about me for like 1 second of the show. Now, Sebastian Maniscalco, a hilarious comedian, talking to Joe Rogan, a hilarious comedian, pulled up our videos and talked about our videos for probably around 5 minutes. My boy Jamie pulled up my profile and they went through and watched me catch stuff in my mouth. That's a wild sentence. Pause.
Insane Shane. 50 yards they're throwing eggs in this guy's mouth. He's got the best mouth on the internet. This guy's chucking meatballs.
And he's catching them in his mouth?
50 yards.
That's a skill. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that's insane.
One of these guys.
As someone who watches the Joe Rogan podcast a good bit, it would have been even crazier if I was just watching that casually and then they did all that without expecting it. So thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Joe Rogan. And especially thank you to Specimen and Scalco for the shout out. Big fan of y'all's comedy as well. And I'm glad y'all like watching stuff fly into my gullet. And number 1, America's Got Talent. A lot of insane moments of this year, but it's got to be America's Got Talent. When people have been watching our crazy trick shots, they've been commenting for years. You're going to enter the Blue Man Group or go on America's Got Talent. And the fact that both of those things happened this year is absolutely insane. I was already blowing up on social media before this, but this was definitely a very much appreciated boost. From messing around with your friends in the backyard, doing trick shots and getting tackled full speed, to on a live competitive show, doing it in front of thousands of people is an absolutely ridiculous and insane experience. If you can't tell by my videos, I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie. So the feeling you get when you're super, super nervous before you're about to go out there, and then you start to do good on stage and the crowd starts to get entertained, they start cheering for you, that feeling is absolutely unexplainable. You're like, it like feels, especially for something it's like a weird feeling where you're like so focused and dialed in, you could remember every little thing and it's clear. And you also can't remember anything because you're like blacked out and it almost seems like fake. You really can't describe it, it's weird. That's why me, Jake, and Max couldn't wait till our audition aired because we could barely remember what actually happened. Our trick shots, and specifically the marshmallow trick shots, I mean, they do take talent, but our main point is to mess around and have fun and entertain people. So it's just kind of weird when we're backstage with literally like professional dancers and singers and they're in costumes and they're practicing and we're just sitting there in dry fit watching March Madness with a sack full of marshmallows ready to have some fun. Crazy experience. I wasn't sure if I ever really wanted to be like on stage as a performer, but after that I was like, I might want to do this more often. We might have to go on tour eventually. Don't know when that's going to happen, but we'll see. So 2024, most insane year I've ever had. My followers and my views and my fans like quadrupled in numbers on all my platforms or more. So I'm very appreciative of y'all. I could not do it without y'all. Thank you so much. It's led to so many crazy experiences. All 10 of these experiences and so many more I am super grateful for. And I couldn't do this without y'all watching the videos and following me and connecting with community online. So I really do appreciate y'all. I'm very grateful for y'all. And I hope I can continue to entertain and do so much more in y'all's lives. It's obviously a blessing that me and my friends get to mess around for a living. This has been a dream of mine for years, and I truly did believe it was going to happen. But God has blessed me and the people around me and the experiences we're having in so many more ways that we could even comprehend. So I hope that we get to use this platform and we get to use our gifts to entertain y'all and help y'all and point everything back to Jesus.